Welcome to Indiana News Desk. I'm Joe Rann alongside Ethan Sandwise. For more than 3 weeks, Indiana University websites have been down, disrupting and frustrating the university community. Many of the sites still haven't come back. Ethan has been working hard to find out more details about the outage, and he joins us now with more. Hi, Ethan.
Hi, Joe. It's been difficult to get information about what is plaguing IU websites, but the university is acknowledging what it calls a security incident.
Last week, Associate Vice President Patrick Phillips met with IT support to discuss the situation. The source provided a copy of the Zoom meeting to WTIU News. It included Phillips answering questions.
Will there be any kind of public explanation of what the initial incident was? That quietness about that, I think, has been very disconcerting for a lot of people.
Yeah, understand that and appreciate the disconcertion. I don't know if that's a word or if I just made one up, but no, I do not expect there will ever be a public airing of any more about the incident.
Phillips says University IT Services started getting reports late on June 7th that its homegrown web platform, SiteHost, started around the year 2000, was faltering. Pages were loading slowly, which indicated a problem. With President Pamela Whitten, University Marketing and Communications, and IU officials, IT began prioritizing which websites to keep online. They decided on 45 websites that Phillips says represents about 90% of IU's web traffic.
There are outside forces that get things prioritized, and you have to jump when they come in. So it's been one of the hardest things I think we've ever had to do is try to figure out how to prioritize getting stuff back online.
IT Services shut down nearly all of its 2,600 web pages to contain the problem. IU released nothing at the time, but eventually said security vulnerabilities were at fault.
It's been publicly reported that it was security related, so that's all I will say about that, because I think it's really important to not elaborate beyond that. But yes, it was security related.
IU spokesperson Mark Bodie refused an interview and declined to make anyone available. He issued a brief statement to WTIU saying, quote, "No sensitive information has been found to be compromised." The university did not answer questions about whether law enforcement is involved and why the crisis wasn't prevented. The extent of the incident was enough for IU to completely build a new web platform from scratch. SiteHost was tossed and a new system called SiteCube is in the works. There's no timeline for when IU's web systems will be fully restored.
I'm giving you probably more than you're getting from the public communications, and that's okay because that's one of the benefits of being part of this team. But that's what's going on. The work is going to continue for a long time.
If SiteHost were compromised, someone could have installed software to access IU's MySQL, a database management system that could contain research data and legally protected information about students and staff.
So, Ethan, if folks' data was compromised, would they have received notice from the university?
When that kind of personal information is stolen, state law requires database owners to tell Indiana residents who are affected, quote, without unreasonable delay, no more than 45 days after the incident. A reasonable delay could mean the time it takes to discover the scope of the breach.
So I know you shared a video that we just saw from security experts and, of course, the university. Was there anything else that you learned from it?
The experts I spoke to agreed that it was impossible to explain the entire situation without all the background details. Tara Wheeler, who is CEO of Red Queen Technologies and senior fellow for global cyber policy at the Council on Foreign Relations, took issue with IU's decision not to share more information. Here she is talking about that.
The first obligation is to fight for the users, and anyone saying that they're going to withhold information that is key to letting people, especially vulnerable populations, protect themselves, has an ethics problem. A deep one. I am disappointed and I am appalled at the idea that a person would cover up that kind of information. And I can understand the institutional incentives.
IU could also put off reaching out if the Attorney General or law enforcement agencies asked it to delay for an ongoing investigation or national security risk. Wheeler told me that's not as crazy as it sounds. IU partners with the federal government on defense research, including tens of millions of dollars invested in its partnership with the Crane Naval Surface Warfare Center.
A lot of contracting, and if what you're looking at is all of the personal information of everybody on payroll who's receiving money for working on defense contracts, Do you know the gold mine of information that is, right? It's not just the students, it's everybody associated.
Another university was recently hit with a major security breach last month. Hackers stole data from Columbia University in New York belonging to employees, applicants, and students. So there you have it, Joe.
All right, thanks, Ethan. I'm sure continuing coverage as this goes on.
There's more to come.
Thank you.